some reason, they tended to involuntarily wave at you in the audience. Do you remember that? And now it is their valedictory and you are waving at them. Special guests, matric parents, friends and family of Rustenburg, staff, girls, and the matric class of 2013. You have learned so much together. Kate, Lauren, Sipakazi, Robin and Jennifer, the prefect body and Irrenville prefects. You have certainly set an excellent example for those who come after you. At this time of the year, the matrics have had enough of school and can't wait to start that first exam. Or maybe the last exam. Joanna Lumley, a British actress, in a book called Dear Me, A Letter to My Old Self, wrote this to her young self. Dear me, not long now until you leave school altogether, so please try to concentrate on your work for a bit. You can't pass German A level if you don't read the set books, you fool. Do one thing at a time and do it properly. Keep up with the acting, but try to play women's parts now and again. Don't worry about spots, they will go. Volunteer for everything, because that way lies adventure. Don't think you know everything, because you barely started. Be daring, but be polite. Make your writing legible. You have attitude. Although this quality is much admired in future generations, it's pretty repellent, so cut it out. Be kind. Stop showing off. You seem to spend a lot of time laughing. That's good. You'll remember laughing like that when you're old. Do your best. Don't worry. I'll always be here. All is well. Thinking of you so much, you funny young person. Keep in touch. Me. And so I thought, you know, you are ready to take on the challenges of this new phase in your lives. And we, the school and your parents, have completed preparing you for that phase, although by the sounds of it to the parents, you're not going to be getting rid of them very easily. But here are a few reminders of your journey. Grade R had a lot to do with family. I love my mother because, Holly Deutschman said, she makes the best cakes. She helps me get dressed, said Lona Bam. She tidies my cupboards, Rania David. She reads me stories, Kirsten Barrett. And then in grade 4, there was a lot about friendship. And Sipakazi wrote, a true friend is someone who is loyal, kind, honest, gentle, giving, always thinks happy thoughts and comforts you at bad times. A true friend is a rusty bug who always gives a hug, and when she does, you always feel snug. A true friend is someone who you think of at all the time, and if you try hard, you will almost start to cry. Which means a true friend is kind, because she's always on your mind. If this is not your friend, then your friendship should end. And then when they got to around grade 5, they must have thought, we've got to start thinking about our future. Because a lot of that had to do with dreams and the future. I am was the theme. Alex Nell wrote, I am unique, I am creative and love to be. I was small, but now I'm big, grade 5. I was small, but now I'm ready, grade 5. But I like this bit, and I am me, and that's all I can be. Kirsten Barrett wrote, if I were trapped in the body of an animal, it would be a bird. A bird like an eagle or a sparrow, not a budgie or canary. A free bird. When you're a bird, you don't have to take tests or exams. You simply need to learn to fly. I'd love to fly. There are so many places to see. I'd fly in the wind and my feathers flying free. And then, life is beautiful. This was some good advice. Live your life to the fullest. Don't wait, do it. Before it's too late. The green grass on the cricket pitch, even the wicked witch. You don't live forever, so never say never, said Nicole Ferrar. And so, I need to ask, what has been significant about this year? What pleases you about Rustenburg? The purpose of the vision statement, and Kate alluded to it, that Rustenburg is a school of excellence where girls are leading courageously, exploring their potential confidently, and serving the world compassionately. As 2003 draws to a close and Rustenburg bids farewell to the matric class, it seems appropriate to consider, did I say 2012? For those of you that might be taping this, you need to do some editing. So as 2013 draws to a close, I would have to consider the question, what has been most significant about this year? My first response would be the incredible way that Team Rustenburg has met the pressures of change, development, and coping with the challenges of our building project, which has impacted all areas of school life. Or I could say the achievements, talents, focused learning, strong sense of community, sense of duty to environmental issues, tolerance of diversity in its broadest form, respect and the connectedness of our amazing grade 12 group. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book, The Outliers, considers what it is that makes people significant or successful. An outlier, he says, is someone who becomes successful and who surpasses the ordinary. He found from his observations and investigations that success has something to do with your history and something to do with your capabilities. The latter, he believes, anyone can reach if you practice enough to attain that success. He put it down to something like 10,000 hours. Success has much to do with your unique life journey, the influences of your family and environment, and how you spend your time. For the Rusty Buggers of 2013, this would include your involvement in your community, your involvement in sports, in classes, and in cultural activities. The influences of the people you interacted with in these various areas have and will continue to influence your experience of success. We can all attest to the occasions when we were called aside by a teacher for a chat. Sometimes to be encouraged, or challenged, or pushed to reach our unique potential. Girls, you do need to take time today to honor these people in your lives, especially your teachers and your parents who have guided and directed your journey through school. This is part of your unique life journey. Rustenburg is a school that produces outliers. I only have to consider our guest speaker at last night's art and design exhibition, Amy DaCosta, who was in grade 12 here in 2008, and what she has done with her life. So we are a school that produces outliers. This is the labor of a great school. Gladwell contends that it is not just a matter of what a person is like, but where they are from, what has influenced their lives that must be considered. One of the greatest gifts we can give our girls of Rustenburg is the skill to build self-confidence, and to instill a strong sense of self-belief. While just about every parent and teacher would say that they do in fact hold high expectations for their girls, what is declared might not always be believed. It is the belief that motivates the student. The power of belief in you by someone you respect becomes a motivational force to believe in yourself. When students are self-confident and believe that they are capable of learning, they have taken a significant step towards success. We hope that Rustenburg has given you the opportunities to help you identify your unique potential. You cannot be an expert at everything in life, but you need to be good at one thing and be prepared to work really hard at everything you do in life. The environment, the people you spend time with, and how you occupy your time becomes significant. The choices you make in these areas will influence the outcomes of your lives. At times you might not have control over your environment, but you can control your attitude to these situations, and you do have control over many aspects of your environment. Success requires hard work, a sound work ethic, and an attitude that values education. Successful people are confident and motivated to recognize and use opportunities for further education and acquiring skills. Success requires us to be true to ourselves and others, wholly capable of becoming the best we can be. People who are authentically successful do not judge themselves by the yardstick of the media in its many forms, or by the lives of pseudo-celebrities. True success requires respect of oneself and others. Successful people trust their own judgment and make ethical decisions, especially when faced with the pressures and challenges of life. Rustenburg is a school of excellence and is a highly respected educational institution. We would like your education at Rustenburg to have given you the edge because it offered you, each of you, exceptional opportunities, discipline, academic focus, capacity to succeed, endurance, the scope to dream, and the scope to live a life of authenticity. Suzanne Vega, an American songwriter and singer known for her eclectic folk-inspired music, wrote this to her 17, 18-year-old self. Dear me, here's what I have to say to you. Things will work out beyond what you can imagine. Although not everything will happen as you might like it to, or expect it to be. What you've learned so far will serve you well. The things you believe in are really good, so don't change your values. The things you think are stupid really are stupid. Violence and injustice, for example, especially against women and children, but against any individual. Keep learning and don't be cynical. You can't change the world by yourself, but you have a lot more power than you ever thought possible to touch people. Don't worry if you blend into the crowd. Sometimes that's more important than standing out in one. What are people feeling? Feel what people feel, put it into words. Don't just focus on yourself. Some of your problems will stay with you your whole life, and fame and success won't change that. The struggle to be disciplined never gets easier. Fame and success don't buy contentment or inner balance. Eventually you will be happier with yourself and you won't struggle against your own nature, hopefully. Have confidence. Let yourself love and be loved. Love, Susanna Vega. So what next? I would like to challenge you to extend the great possibilities of learning and excellence. Continue to build character. Become people with purpose who attended a great school, a school with good resources and an excellent reputation, a school that has afforded you great possibilities. Be a possibility thinker. They are incurably obsessed with the creative notion that the best is yet to be. And we wish you only the best. As you take on your exams in the next week, as you decide what it is that you're going to do with your life, as you mean more to your family than you can even dream of. Thank you for what you have contributed to Rustenburg. We really are proud of you, and we know that you are going to make your mark in all the spheres in which you get involved. Thank you very much.